Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Today, delighted to get back on the channel. Aaron Bird, he's currently had 9 fights, 8 wins, 1 defeat. His next fight is next week. He's back out. This time he's fighting for the vacant Welsh area light heavyweight title again against 4-0 Jack Wyn Roberts. Yeah. How are you doing today, Aaron? Good to get you on as always. How have you been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a long time. It's nice to be back on. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last time I actually spoke to you was when it was Leon Mitchell when you fought him.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's
So
correct. Yeah, that's the
you've
last time we
had
spoke. Yeah.
you've had the 2 fights since, haven't you, against Carl Davis and
Yeah.
Harry Matthews? We're not. I know you're not going to want to cover too much about old ground. Just briefly talk about them 2 fights.
Well, the fight against Kel Davis. You know, I went in there. I started okay. Um, in the third round, I got caught off the shot, and I didn't properly recover. And he capitalized and he done what he had to do. Um, yeah, but we were positive we could, we had something else to give. We fought Harry Matthews in February, and we had a dominant performance there. And yeah, we feel like we've improved.
Yeah, definitely. Would you say with the Cole Davis fight, the first 2 rounds were sort of level-ish, would you say, before you got caught in the third?
Yeah, I think that's a fair analysis. Did you watch the fight yourself?
Yeah, I believe it was on YouTube at the time.
It was on oh God, I can't remember the name of the channel now.
It was
Oh,
it was on some link that I
Loungers
watched it on anyway.
Loungers TV.
That
Yes.
was it. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the first two rounds were could have gone either way, and he caught me with the short in the third.
Would you just say you got caught cold?
Um, yes, I believe so. I believe that shot was designed to knock people out, but I stayed up and I tried my best to get back in. I tried my best to recover, but my body just won't let me.
You kept getting back up though.
Yeah. Well, that's the spirit I've got. That wasn't an option. I haven't been down properly. I've been down twice as an amateur, but they were like flash. Well, and I've been down once as a professional, before that, but nothing like that. You know what I
Heavy.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you done well to, keep getting up until, you couldn't anymore against a good operator as well in Cole Davis for it was for a good belt as well. So you fancied your chances. You took for it was a good I think there was a good couple belts on as well, which was a good opportunity.
Yeah, it was the Silver Commonwealth and it was the IBO European title, which a lot of great fighters have held. I'm not sure if Ricky Hatton held that belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some name to have held that, and you fought for it. But yeah, then on a positive note, you came back against. It was the same arena actually where you fought Leon Mitchell, BCB show.
Yes,
Harry
it was.
Matthews,
Yeah.
a good little tidy performance from yourself to get back
Yeah,
on winning ways.
yeah, it was a nice dominant performance. One of my best, I thought. Yeah. We didn't have any trouble, and yeah, we didn't get out of second gear. Yeah, so that was good to get back up to um, winning ways and back, into title contention.
Yeah, definitely, and of course, it's the Welsh area title against Jack Wyn Roberts. I mean, it's been a couple times, and I think before Bobby Morrell fights, I said, "Oh, would you want to fight for the Welsh?" And it's finally here, isn't it?
Well, I was meant to fight for the Welsh title before Bobby Morrell, but that didn't happen. So then we went in the direction of the Celtic title. So that so this should have happened 2 years ago. But now it's happening. I didn't think it would. I didn't think that this would happen. So yeah, it'd be great to pick up my national title. Yeah, it's a prestigious belt. It's been around for about 100 years. So yeah, it'd be a pleasure to pick it up
Yeah,
next Saturday.
yeah, 100%. Everyone wants to win their you know, country's title. Of course, I've seen some good fights for the English and the Welsh as well. There's been some good
Yeah,
little little fights for it on the Sanagar shows, and I think it was Morgan McIntosh got a good win on a boxer show. I think it was Lauren Price a few weeks. I think it was in April 4th. I think a couple weeks ago for the
Yeah,
Welsh title.
it was a fantastic win for Morgan. I know Morgan personally. Yeah, it was a lovely shot he landed. Yeah, and the boy he boxed was Lewis Parfitt, was similar level to him, and that's what we get with these Welsh title fights.
Good
The
fight
good
as well.
50-50 fights. Yeah,
Yeah, because that
yeah.
Parfitt was undefeated. He's a good little boxer as well.
He is, yeah. He was. I think he was national champion as well. He was decent amateur, yeah. So he was a good fighter. Yeah, that wasn't how I expected it to end. But there's a lot of good 50-50 fights, and you always get two good fighters, just one to put on the line now. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. Yeah,
And I'll mention it quickly for another Welsh area title fight was Morgan's brother Conor McIntosh fought Nathan Howes. I think they've done it twice actually. One was for the Welsh, one was for the Celtic, but two
yeah,
cracking fights, those ones. Um, but yeah, those were
yeah.
just two that came to mind quite quickly. But there's been other ones as well that were really good fights.
And Conor also had a fight with Rashid, which was a great fight.
Oh yes,
Karen
Connor
Monteith, yeah, yeah.
Rashid as well. I think
Yeah,
Angelo Dragoni fought for it as well.
yeah, Angelo, yeah, he won the title. It was great to see because you see how much it meant to him. Yeah, because he didn't expect to pick up the title, and yeah, there's been some great fights for the title, yeah, and I plan on doing it next Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you've got Jack Wyn Roberts, who's currently 4-0. What do you know about Jack Roberts? I think he's been fighting on the Black Flash shows as well. I think he in Stoke. That's where he's been fighting, isn't it?
Yeah, he boxed on the same show as me and Kyle Davis. He was on the same card as on the undercard.
Have you
y- you
watched
know,
his fight that was on your card? I know at the time you were getting ready for yours, but have you managed to see his fight on that card?
I didn't see it on the day, but I have looked back at it and I've looked at little things and we confident we can do the job. But we are aware he's tall, he's a southpaw, and he's undefeated. He's going to believe in himself. So if I give him an inch, he may take a mile. But I'm not going to do that. And the storm is coming to him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a very intriguing fight in my opinion. One that I wasn't sort of expecting. There's not many Welsh light heavyweights at the minute, is there? So
No,
it's
there's not.
mainly just you two, and I think was it Jordan Whiffers, I think, or was he might be super middle.
Yeah, he's a super middleweight. Yeah, he does fight a lot of time at light heavyweight, but he plans to do super middleweight. Um, but yeah, I was surprised that he wanted to fight me really because he's 4-0. Maybe he's got some confidence after the Kyle Davis fight. Maybe they saw. But that's a good thing. As I said, that loss will do me some favors because before when I was undefeated, I was I was kind of it was hard to get me the fights. You know what I mean? Now I've lost. Everyone fancies their chances.
Yeah, especially after you beat Bobby Morrell back to back in Scotland.
Yeah, and I think that's a very underrated win, because Bobby Morrell recently stopped Harry Matthews, and not a lot of people do that in that fashion. And Bobby Morrell stopped most of his opponents. And yeah, you've seen the second fight. It was, I beat him widely. Yeah, so I've showed that I can beat some good fighters and perform well. Even though, I lost but one fight. Didn't reflect that. But yeah, we know what's in my locker, and we've had good wins. I know amateur boxing's different, but we have beat some good names in the amateurs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's still wins though, whether it's
Yeah,
amateur or
of
pro.
course. Yeah,
You've still got a win over them.
yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah,
I know it would be it's different in the pros, but still, you know what I mean.
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So how would you sort of Jack Wyn Roberts? How what's the word? Sorry. Yeah. How do you rate him as an opponent?
I think he's got all the attributes, but I don't think that he will have the experience. And I don't think he'd be advanced enough to deal with me. Um, yeah, and I think that, but I'm not gonna get too confident saying I'm on a different level because when you do that, that's when you could become complacent. So yeah, I know I know what I can do, but if I'm not on my game, I think it could be potentially um be a challenging night if I don't stamp my authority because he's tall, he's a southpaw. So I can't afford to be lazy. I've got to go out there and stamp my authority. And he could be effective against certain opponents if you let him be. But yeah, I plan on not letting him be.
Yeah. How would you sort of compare this challenge with Jack Roberts compared to your Carl Davis and Bobby Morrell fights, your previous title fights?
Well, personally, I would put Kyle Davis and Bobby Morrell. I think those two, some people saw me as the underdog in both of those fights. Um, so this fight, I would say, um, any neutral would say I'm a favorite in this fight. So
Due to sort of, you've won the Celtic title, I know, and you've
yeah,
got more of the championship experience, and you've had more fights. So on paper, people would say that you're the favourite, wouldn't they?
yeah, 100%. I think if he beats me, I think it'll be a bit of an upset. Yeah, I've been there, done it, and yeah, I feel like I'm a better fighter as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But of course, we've got to go in there and got to prove it. You know what I mean?
because he's going to be bang up for it as much as you are, isn't he?
Well, I think this is his world title fight. You know what I mean? He knows that this is a massive opportunity for him, and beating me will be massive for him. But of course, I've got to stop that from happening.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's a big night for you as well, because you'll love to get the Welsh title.
Yeah, it is, and I need to put on a big performance to keep my career alive. You know what I mean? And yeah, show not just a win, but a good win. You know what I mean? That's the plan.
Yeah, definitely. How would you sort of compare, like, oh, sorry, another question before I forget it is, have you still got the Celtic title, or did you have to vacate it to fight Carl Davis?
No, I've still got the Celtic title. We were planning on putting that on the line, but for some reason, we could only get the Welsh title. But yeah, we still got the Celtic title, and yeah, we may be defending that in the future. But the plan is to get the job done here, and if it's a draw, maybe we can fight for the Celtic title then. But yeah, the plan is to get the job done here, and yeah, we got plenty of options then.
Yeah. I,
Yeah, the
I
Celtic.
Yeah, I only asked because I know that you won it, and I was just wondering if both were on the line because I know say if you in England if you have the English in the southern area, you can't sort of put it both on the line, but I think it's different for you.
Yeah,
But
I think my mate Billy Stamry, I think he's got that sort of. I think he's looking to fight for the English, and I think he's got to get in that sort of scenario. So yeah, but yeah, I can keep the Welsh and Celtic title. Yeah,
yeah, good. Yeah, because he's the current area champion, and then I think today it's been made that he's been made for the English. So
oh,
if he wins the English, you win the Welsh, then you know big things for
I,
your gym at the moment, isn't it?
yeah, it's great, and we'll have other good fighters coming through as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, so there's great things happening.
Yeah. What does the Welsh title mean to you compared to the Celtic title?
It's a tough one, really, because of course the Celtic title, you've got Scotland and you've got Ireland, so it can be difficult to win it. But the Welsh title, of course, is prestigious, and you got your local rivalry, so you don't really want to lose to your your Welsh rivals, so is a bit more pressure on it also. You know what I mean? And of course it's been around for a long time, so yeah. So it'll mean so they both different. It's like in football, you want to win the Premier. Some clubs want to win the Premier League more than the Champions League because the Premier League's more prestigious. You know what I mean? I think it's a bit like that.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course. It's a good show as always. I believe there's another title fight as well as your fight on the night between Moses Jolly and Will Howe. I think that's for I think it's the Commonwealth International or Silver, one of those titles. But yeah, do
Yes, I
you
believe
think you'll
so.
be on before that before that fight? And the another so actually, yeah, can you answer that one first before my next one?
I don't have any confirmation on that. But of course, I believe I'll be one of the last two fights on. Um, but that's only been announced quite recently. Moses Jolly fighting something how I believe.
Will
So
Howe, yeah.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it don't
But
really make
I
a
haven't had any
difference, but
confirmation.
I was just
No.
asking.
Yeah, of course. There's I think there's about 10 fights on the night, so it's a good card.
Oh, good stuff. Do you I forgot my question that I was about to ask and then ask that question. It might come to me in a minute. But yeah, do you know if it's being streamed this one? Live streamed. Is
It
it a
is.
Black Flash show this one?
Yeah, it's on the Black Flash YouTube channel live. As
Uh,
far, yeah, that's what it's posted as. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um yes. Have you got a prediction for that main event or do you not know too much about them?
Oh, Moses Jolly.
Yeah, the Moses
Um,
Jolly fight. Yeah.
yeah. Well, Moses Jolly's looked good so far. But of course he's going to come up against somebody who can sort of fight back this time. So it's going to be very interesting, because people are interested to see how good Moses actually is. You know what I mean? Because in my honest opinion, it's been very hard to tell the opposition he's been up against. You know what I mean? But he's looked like, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. So it's going to be. I will go with Moses Jolly late stoppage or mid round stoppage.
Do you think that's you can sort of say the same for your opponent, Jack Roberts, the caliber like such as like Moses in a way.
Well, technically, Jack Wyn Roberts has boxed Robbie Chapman, who's a very good journeyman, and he's
And he
boxed.
was a top amateur as well, Robbie was.
Yeah, of course, and he's boxed Dylan Courtney, who's a decent journeyman.
He's another fighter that you fought.
Yeah, another fight I fought, and of course he boxed Harry Matthews as well. So
Two common opponents there, wasn't there?
yeah, two common opponents. Yeah, um, so those journeymen are good journeymen. Who's been on the circuit for a long time. So I would say he's had good experience. But of course, uh, it, the fight between me and him is going to be a different fight.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like your experience in the later rounds could get to him?
Oh, 100%. He hasn't been there before. As much as he can fantasize it in his head and he can do it in the gym, but when you get in there and you haven't been there for the first time, it hits you for six, and that's what's going to happen to him if it goes late.
Do you see a stoppage in this fight? Or, you know, the usual saying is if the knockout's there, it's just a bonus, it's just about getting the hand raised.
Well, of course, yeah. I I think that it's very likely that it could be a stoppage in this fight. Yeah, I do predict me getting him out of there at some point.
Definitely. And yeah, I'm gonna ask before you go, is there any fights that you're looking forward to watching that's upcoming at the minute as well?
Off the top of my head, I can't really think what's I enjoyed the Fabi Wadley and what do you call it, Daniel Dubois fight. I thought that
Yes,
was fantastic.
that was
Yeah,
some that was some fight, wasn't it?
it was, yeah, it was brilliant. It was great to see great heavyweight fights. But yeah, I can't really think off the top of my head, really.
Yeah,
Of
I think Bivens fighting the week. I think it might be the week after you against is it? Oh, I forgot his name. The German fighter Ifferty, something like that.
I did Yuri's fight, did yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to watch him. He's a great fighter. Um, but yeah,
There's
I can't really.
Lindenhoff v Louis Edmondson. That's in June. Is in your weight division. What do you think of that fight?
I fancy Lyndon Arthur in that fight, but you can't really. I don't really want to rule off Louis Edmonton. Look what happened with Zach Shelley and David Morrell. That was a massive upset. And I think Louis Edmonton's got good boxing fundamentals, but I think Lyndon Arthur should be too good for him, like
Yeah,
he was with Brad Ray, who's a good fighter.
against
Brad Ray.
Cameron. Did you see that? Brad Ray Cameron.
Yeah, I predicted that. I predicted the Brad Ray stoppage in that fight. Yeah, I
How
do.
do you think Brad would get on against maybe say a Ben Whittaker? And how would you rank Ben Whittaker among the likes of Brad Ray, Zach Shelley, Louis Edmondson, Ezra Taylor stuff?
I think Ben Whittaker's got the ability to be better than most of those guys. And I think Ben Whittaker could beat Ray and expose him the way Lyndon Arthur did. You know what I mean? I think Ben Whittaker has got more. Even though I think Lyndon Arthur's a good boxer, I think Ben Whittaker may have a little bit more. You know what I mean? And could expose um, Brad Ray uh, like Lyndon Arthur did. You know what I mean? I think he's Olympic silver medalist, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
Do you
Um,
think he could
and
beat Lyndon if they fight later on in the year?
that's a very interesting fight. That is. Yeah, that's a really good question. Would I give it? I would edge possibly. I may edge it towards Whittaker, but I wouldn't like to call it. I think they both sort of. That's an interesting one. That'd be a great fight. Yeah,
Yeah. Who would
I'm on fence with that one.
who would you? Of course, at the minute, the light heavyweight, even the domestic scene is stacked. I don't even know. The top five. I think it's quite difficult to narrowly pick who's the top five in the UK at the minute.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's with Zach Shelley getting a win against Morel, that makes things even more awkward, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Because
Gate crashes it a little bit,
yeah, I would have picked Callum Smith. You know what I mean? But it depends on what Callum Smith's got left. You know what I mean?
definitely.
But yeah, there's a lot of good fighters in light heavyweight. Yeah.
Definitely. And yeah, before I let you go, as always, do you want to shout out the usual people helping you, backing you on your journey and showing you the support?
Yeah, every one of my sponsors, massive thank you. Everyone who buys tickets, everyone, all my trainers, coaches. Yeah, and Saturday we will be picking up a title. Yeah, thank
100%,
you.
mate. And from me, thank you for your time and yeah, good luck next weekend. All the best.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
And you. Bye, mate.
Nice